Hey guys, welcome back to Jeff Loves Games. We're going to do another tutorial today. This one's going to be more about strategy, and I'm going to use the country streak map, and hopefully we'll get some good options in here. I'm just going to set it up for, I don't know, I'll make it a little bit longer, but I'm not going to take this amount of time because I want to find some good examples to be able to show you. So I might do some cutting in this video and just kind of help point out some things that I look for that will help you to make the most of your tries to beat my scores, and we'll go from there. So we're going to go ahead and then jump right on in and start the game. Here we go.
So strategy number one is always going to be to try and find out if you're in Europe. And if you have a license plate, you're going to notice here, you want to zoom in and see that blue off to the side. So that's one of the first strategies I have, and that's going to really help you zero in. The second thing is determining what hemisphere you are in, with the sun pointed to the south, because if you look at your compass, you know you are in the northern hemisphere. So that means United States, Canada, Europe, Russia, northern Central America, and northern Africa. And if it's to the north, obviously you are in the southern hemisphere, like Australia, South Africa, South America. Next thing is you're always wanting to find the language. So find anything, any sign. So right now you can see that we are speaking English, and so you kind of limit yourself once again to Britain, Ireland, and then here you go. Look for flags. In this case, we see Dublin. Well, we know we're in Ireland, so this was a pretty easy one. So that's your first strategy, is to find license plate, where the sun's located, and anything indicating the language, and then a flag. So let's go to the next round, and we'll see what we've got. So when you get in a back street like this, again, first thing, license plate. We're in Europe, looking at the sun, just again a confirmation just in case there's something weird. But yep, we're in the northern hemisphere, and just try and get out, look at some signs, and try to get some idea of the language. So hopefully you're starting to feel, this is a pretty common strategy that I use. Vehicles a lot of times advertise their businesses, and you see languages there. Sometimes you see even a website, and that's really critical. If you see a website, a lot of times it's going to end with a 2-letter country code, KE for Kenya. You're get used to that. LV for Latvia, which is one I missed recently. And so that's another great strategy, is trying to find businesses, trying to find websites. I think right now, I feel like I'm looking for that language I saw on the sign, because I'm recording this after the fact, because I wanted to be able to think about this to help give you some really good strategies. So let's see where we end up, and I will continue to commentate as I see fit. I guess I will say one thing to do is to get familiar with some of the types of letters that you see. Here I'm looking at that O with the double dot, trying to find the different countries that might have that. Sweden, Norway, Finland all have a few differences in their languages. And just getting familiar with all that is just going to help you to narrow it down, especially if it's on a map that you've chosen to play that's got a short amount of time to pick where you are. And I do recommend playing an untimed GeoGuessr. If you just want to burn some time and you really love doing this, you can spend as long as you want hunting around and try and find exactly where you're at. Usually if you're going to do that, you're going to take maybe 30 minutes, up to 30 minutes, maybe longer per round. A lot of you might think that's a waste of time, and it might be. But if you love doing it, it's it's like going to see one of your favorite movies at the movie theater, which because of COVID, we can't do that. So obviously I found Hungary. Once again, I know we're in meters, so this is definitely not the United States. Move on. something that I struggle with is sometimes I get stuck and I just really want to find something right where I'm at. And sometimes it's good just to try and zip down the road as far as you can. And that can sometimes lead to some very positive results. Now you're seeing some of these letters that you might see like in Greece and in that area, even in Russia. I mean, the sun, this is hard. When the sun's setting or rising, you really have to be careful with how you look at the north-south. It's too close. You need to have a sun that's up higher in the sky to really make that accurate. So this could be Ukraine, could be Russia. Russia's pretty big. There are just so many countries that have some of this similar language, and we really need to find something else. Can we find a website? Moscow. What do you think? Thinking that's Russia. So it just takes a little bit of investigative work to do the Sherlock Holmes. So look at that. I've gotten 3 right, and I haven't been taking the full 5 minutes. I'm not going to count this toward my country streak, because I know I just tell you ahead of time, I know I'm not going to beat my 7. But this was a fun one. Just investigating and hunting and hunting and hunting and hunting. So this one's going to come down to, it looks like Spanish, or possibly Spanish, and it's really kind of hard to tell if that's northern or southern hemisphere. And I've gotten this wrong many times. I mean, it kind of feels like I might be in the southern hemisphere. So this means you could be anywhere in South America. You just plug and chug, run around, see where you're at. See if you can figure that out. See if you can get that one clue. I'm not going to find it there, or am I? Quito. Where's Quito? Ecuador. Look at that, right on the equator, so no wonder the sun looked kind of funny. It's easy to miss stuff like that. I do that all the time. I go back and look at a video and I'm like, how did I not see that sign that said you are in the country? This is fun. Let's start on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere surrounded by apartment buildings with no flags. Or at least I didn't see any flags. And once again, the sun is in that unique position. It really makes it a challenge. So I know I'm in Europe. No, I haven't shared, I don't think, in any of my videos. I used to live in the country of Haiti in the Caribbean. Third world country, did some mission work teaching at a wonderful school on the North Coast in Cap Haitian. And that was an experience I will never forget. This was with my family for a couple of years, totaling 3 years actually. And I highly recommend missionary work, going on short-term mission trips. I think it's just a great way to see the world. That's one reason why I like GeoGuessr. It does help you to see the world, because we all have in our mind this idea of what's Russia look like or what's Italy look like, but this actually shows you that a lot of places in the world look just like the United States. Architecture might be a little bit different. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm in the like Slovenia, Romania, Croatia area. Some of these languages have lots of letters with accents and little teeny marks above the letters and some marks below the letters. And I'm definitely not a professional at telling those apart yet. I'm sure some of you may have seen some stuff by this point, and you were like, Jeff, don't you know what country you're in? And at this point, I do not. But if I remember correctly, I believe I'm getting ready to figure it out. Or I'm getting ready to do it wrong. See, how smart am I? That was my only 2 choices. sometimes it can be maddening. It's like there's so many options to look at, and you're like, this has got to tell me where I'm at, but it doesn't help. Got some tasty fruit. I remember one map, and they kept talking about olives, and I knew, like, olives are, Italy. I mean, they love olives in Turkey, and I think I was leaning toward Turkey, and it was actually Romania, something like that. And here we go. At this point, I'm kind of flailing around trying to find some match. So here's another strategy. When you're zooming in and out of the map, if you zoom in about this level, you're going to see most of the larger cities. And that's a quick cursory glance. You might catch a city name. You zoom in just a little further, it starts popping in a little bit more cities. Don't go too far because you're going to get too much detail, and there's just no way to really see it well. Well, guessed wrong. Lithuania got me. Looking for that language. Thought I had it. And Lithuania has a lot of the similar stuff as what I thought I was seeing. So those are some strategies for you guys to check out. Glance around Europe, glance around the map, kind of get familiar with the languages and some of the words and letters and how things are spelled. That can really help you out. That can help your game. Hopefully this was helpful for you. And you come back and you play me in some challenges, and maybe you beat me. And I will be uploading another challenge soon, but I wanted to get another strategy tutorial out for you. So in the meantime, guys, take care. God bless, and we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.